Yeah, good morning. You're welcome to the program this morning. This is Bystanders and Newsstars. I'm Christian Chuku. Yes, yeah, we are here to get people talking on the reports and on the topical issues that we have this morning. Abiodun Jagun Street is the place that we are. Abiodun Jagun Street, and behind me you have the Bystand deliberating on the reports that we have on the national dailies this morning. I'm Christian Chuku. If you're watching me, wherever you're watching me from, a big welcome and also happy weekend to you all this morning. Happy weekend to you all this morning. Who is online? We have newspaper headlines to talk about. I have the Nation newspaper. I have the Nation newspaper. I have also the Saturday Vanguard. Let me get this. The Nation newspaper and the Saturday Vanguard. Let's start with the Nation newspaper this morning. The main headline: for subsidy will end in June. Federal government insists how removal will impact households, economy by stakeholders. IMF says it's Nigeria's decision to retain or dump subsidy. We have the picture in front of the Nation this morning. Buhari received Tinubu at presidential villa. Rally around Tinubu. Time for politics is over. Wike, Makinde tell Nigerians. So that's our main headline this morning. We have the court stops federal government from concession in Ajaokuta Steel. It's like iron ore coils. Let's move over. Sudan, evacuation of first batch of Nigerians from Egypt suffers setback. Yeah, we don't have anybody evacuated. No, we don't have any returnees in Nigeria yet at this point in time. So at the time of reading his report, I don't have any knowledge of anyone stepping into Nigeria as a result of evacuation from Sudan. Over 7,000 foreign nationals stranded at country's border. 3,600 Nigerians profiled so far for evacuation. Let's move on to the Saturday Vanguard this morning. Saturday Vanguard says knocks on Buhari for his. Okay, if they stop me in Daura, I will leave for Niger Republic. If they stop me in Daura, I will leave for Niger Republic. Comments unfortunate. Sheikh Nuru Khalid says it shows he was not committed to Nigeria. That is NBF. Nothing wrong with Buhari going to rest in Niger Republic. Amba Kederimo. May 29, Cold War still rages between South-South governors and godfathers. Let's move on this morning. Sudan crisis. Nigerians stranded at Egyptian border. Federal government laments as Egypt insists on visas by Africans on transit. Court stops federal government concession plans on Ajaokuta Steel. It's like the iron ore mining companies. That's what I have on the front page of newspaper this morning. I have analysts here to do justice to these headlines. I have Mr. Matthew. Good morning, Mr. Matthew.
Good morning, Mr. President.
Yes, let's start with the South-South imbroglio between the godfathers. We have Cold War between. Let's talk about the current governor and Igori.
The current governor and Igori.
Yes.
In Delta State.
Yes, Delta State.
What I can understand is that during the electoral campaign, we had the build-up to the election during PDP's primary, when they needed to choose a flag bearer of the party at the state level. I understand that Igori supported a different person. And the current governor, who is leaving office on the 29th of May, supported the Speaker of House of Assembly, Sheriff Oborowori. Then Igori supported Edebia. Edebia was his principal secretary when he was governor. Edebia was principal secretary to Yaradua when the short period that Yaradua ruled as a president. So I think it's clash of interests. But as we have it today, Sheriff Oborowori, the Speaker of the House of Assembly, won the primary and subsequently won the governorship election. So to that extent, it's not a rumor to say that the former governor may not be comfortable with the scenario currently. So if you choose to use the language, he has been unseated or
as a godfather.
If you choose to use the language, he's using his grip. It's your choice of words. But I can understand that Delta State do not belong to anybody. So it's your choice of words. Even if I understand what you are saying, but I'm trying to analyze your choice of words. That they have lost grips, they have been unseated. But for me, my own understanding, what would have been abnormal is if the Senate president, sorry, the governorship didn't go to Urobo side. Because in Delta state politics, there's what they call TBT, turn by turn.
Turn by turn, okay.
So it is understandable that if Delta South rules, Delta North will rule, Delta Central will rule. And it has always been like that. It has not been
Irrespective of election.
No, what happens if you look at this current election that just the current election that they just conducted? The two major leading political parties, APC and PDP, brought their candidate from the Urobo as. So it's understandable that once, because Urobo is having one senatorial district, Ijo and Ishekiri is having one. Delta North, Igbo speaking is having one. And the one that is occupying the governorship currently is Delta North. It has 9 local governments. That is the biggest senatorial district in Delta State. My own side of it.
Your own side of the...
Yes, Igbo speaking part.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to say in essence is what we call in Delta State TBT, turn by turn. It goes round. So what? No, you are not getting it. I told you now. I said it's understandable that it is Urobo's turn. That is the reason the two major leading political parties went there to bring their candidates. I'm not saying other people may not have contested from other areas, but the two major leading political parties. And when Urobo will finish their 8 years, it will definitely go to Ishekiri and Ijo. But Ishekiri have not ruled once.
Okay.
The reason may not be unconnected to the fact that in that same senatorial district, where Udua ruled for 8 years, James Manager have been in Senate since 1999. It is not that he contested for governor that he lost out, that he didn't go back to Senate. So it's understandable. That is the reason he joined Delta State have not ruled the state. But currently, Atuare, who is from a Ijo extraction, is the deputy governor of Delta State currently. Okay. So conclusively, coming back to your choice of word, that the body have been unseated, the body have been dislodged.
I said he may have lost his spirit.
Okay, should I use may have?
Yes,
okay, I should use he may have. So if I now use your choice of word,
I know how I can put you on the spot. Don't worry. God is watching you. What is that? Let's move on. We have Wike Makinde tell Nigerians that let's support Tinubu. Time for politics is over.
I can understand that in Nigeria there is freedom of speech, there's freedom of association, there's freedom of movement. I think it's within that context that Makinde and Wike is exercising their freedom of speech, freedom of movement. But again, I don't think it's up to them to start educating Nigerians on what to do in terms of follow this one or don't follow this one. Hence, they have exercised their, because if you look at it in the period to that election, it is understandable that they work for Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, in spite of the fact that they worked for. That's understandable.
Wike and Makinde work for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed.
I want to pause to allow you to emphasize it, because I am not running away from what I said. That's why I pause to allow you to emphasize it. It's understandable that both Wike, Makinde work for the success of Tinubu, even if they were PDP. So it's not surprising to me when I saw them going to pay him a visit. But having paid him a visit, they have decided how they want to shape their political future. And I think it played in their direction because the person they supported won the election. But it's not up to them to start telling Nigerians whether to follow him or not. I can understand that as at the last count, the election is a subject of litigation because both both PDP and Labour Party are in court contesting the result of that election. But until set aside by either the Electoral Tribunal, Appeal Court, or Supreme Court, the president-elect as it stands today, Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, and the vice president-elect Senator Kashim Shettima will be sworn in on May 29 next month.
Would you call what Makinde and Wike, what they are doing? Will you call it anti-party activities?
I'm not in a position to define what they are doing because I'm not a member of PDP.
You say they supported the APC.
It's not my witty mind.
You can from your.
No, nobody made me a judge. I said you want to make me one.
You are not judging.
And if you are making me a judge, I will determine whether. I've told you my perception. I said my perception is that there's freedom of association, there's freedom of speech, there's freedom of movement. That I think it's within the context of this three freedom that I decided to move from River State and one moved from Oyo State. They find themselves in Abuja. It's within the context of freedom of speech they spoke. So I don't know what else you want me to say.
Okay, let's move on. We have fuel subsidy will end in June. Federal government insists. Somebody said Buhari for 8 years was afraid to use fuel subsidy. He wants to use it to collapse Tinubu's government.
You see, that issue of fuel subsidy is actually a very serious issue. Don't forget that even Buhari, as an opposition leader, was quoted to have said repeatedly that subsidy is a scam, that there is nothing like subsidy. When he came to the saddle, he was faced with the reality. He realized that there was actually subsidy. But Mr. Christian, let me tell you, the problem is not whether there is subsidy. The problem is the scam associated with subsidy payments. Because during COVID-19 lockdown, the government made us understand that we are consuming average of 50 million litres of PMS a day. Before Buhari took over government, the record showed that we are consuming average of 30 to 34 million litres of PMS a day. Currently, the record tells us that we are consuming about 64 to 70 million litres of PMS a day. So the problem is the sharp practices surrounding the fuel subsidy. The government is subsidizing for Nigerians is not the problem. The problem is that some people are eating fat from it. Some people are spending to the bank. They are inflating the amount that is. They are not reporting the actual subsidy. They are inflating. That's the problem. If you ask me, all things being equal, there would have been need to reduce subsidy. But Mr. Akins, I tell you that if you remove subsidy today, Nigerian economy is going to be in crisis. It's going to be in crisis because PMS has multiplier effect in the economy. For you to remove subsidy, you need to ensure that we refine what we consume. And the only way you can ensure that is to say, one, either we carry turnaround maintenance of our existing refineries, or we build more refineries, or we leverage on Dangote refinery. But the problem is, if you are waiting for Dangote refinery, I can understand that federal government through NNPC have acquired 20% equity from that facility. And there is another agreement where they have entered into that refinery that they will supply that refinery 300 barrels of crude every day. And that refinery have a stored capacity of 650,000 barrels a day. But the argument is, you know, if you refine a crude of oil, you are getting about 159 liters of all the different products.
Wow.
But PMS account for about 73% of it. If you do plus and minus, this what Dangote refinery is going to produce, I've calculated it. It's going to be about 29.20 million liters a day. Looking at that 73%. But the argument is, if we are consuming currently between 64 to 70 million liters a day, it means Dangote refinery is grossly inadequate to meet our local consumption. That takes us away to our existing refineries. It's on record that this government since 2015 to date has spent 1.3 trillion to carry about turnaround maintenance of our refineries.
Mr.
And as we
Mr.
speak,
Kule said that we should not just blame one government.
I'm not blaming anybody. I don't know what you mean by blame. I'm telling you record. Are you an advocate of Kunle? Are you holding brief for Kunle?
When we talk about turnaround maintenance,
I am not judging anybody.
So what point are you making?
The point I'm making is that federal government has spent 1.3 trillion naira to carry about turnaround maintenance of our refineries.
Okay.
And as we speak, it's not refining.
Okay.
And I want to tell you that if you go and build modular refinery that refines 20, that a modular refinery use 20 million US dollar to build, can refine, I've done the calculation, can refine about, I cannot remember now, but the point I'm trying to make is that amount they spent is sufficient to build 2 modular refineries each in every state. And at the end of the day, you would have solved the problem of refining locally.
Okay.
So for me, I think one, before you tinker with subsidy removal, ensure that we refine what we consume. And the money you have sunk into carrying about turnaround of our refineries that have not yielded a result, ensure that you get to people who have mismanaged that fund. Because you cannot tell me that the turnaround maintenance is in progress. It's still a work in progress. This government is in the twin line of its life span. So I don't want to believe that is the situation. I want to believe that money may have been mismanaged. Except otherwise, you will have a superior argument to debunk that.
I'm not having the argument with you. No, I'm not a politician. Let's move on. We have a Sudan evacuation of first batch of Nigerians from Egypt. Suffers setback after many days now. We have not been able.
There are so many controversies surrounding that evacuation. One, at the first instance, I can understand that the Nigerian government was handicapped because they lack what it takes.
And it's not their fault.
No, at the first instance.
Okay.
I will tell you where their fault comes in. It is their fault to the extent that as a sovereign state, you have to get powerful to the point where you can come to the age of your citizens. Having failed to acquire that strength is their fault. Then the second issue is when there was a window of opportunity to evacuate foreign nationals with the ceasefire, Nigerian government moving with the hope of evacuating Nigerians through Egypt. And they made us understand that they hired about 40 luxury buses. And that they were spending about $1.something million US. And they made us understand that the $1.something million US covers the transportation and security. But Mr. Makinde, I will tell you that there is a worrying video that is trending online, where some Nigerians were seen in an unsecure environment in the desert. Without security. So the question is, the money they claim they spent on security, where is the security? It means one, the government was not sincere. If they were not sincere with providing security for the evacuees, then they may not be sincere with the actual money that is being expended for the evacuation. So there may be some sharp practices. But the bottom line is, these Nigerians, their safety is of paramount importance. So what do we do to get them evacuated to safety? I can understand the other challenge where the Egypt government is saying, without visa, you cannot come in. But I think Egypt should understand that this is an emergency situation. And at the times because of brotherhood, Africa thing, there is need to allow them. Again, as a country, you can say, okay, as you enter, don't move around. They receive them to some isolated place until we get our aircraft to lead them back to Nigeria. But to say they should not come in, I think they are not being human. So, but I think the government of Nigeria should synergize and liaise with their counterparts in Egypt to ensure that those Nigerians get into Egypt for the possible visit to Nigeria. Because, to be quite honest with you, their safety is of paramount importance.
Thank you very much, our General Secretary.
See the chairman of Yendeba.
You have given him General Secretary.
Just give me 1 minute.
What's Yenjeba?
That's when you give these people.
Okay.
That's yam. When you give these people yam, you give the other people yam.
Yenjeba. They came Matthew nowhere. Who gave the secretary?
Good morning, Mr. Lucky.
Good morning. Thank you, my brother.
I heard you have a position now, the chairman of the
I don't know where Matthew get that Yenjeba. That's a Wike Yenjeba. Like Wike now, he's enjoying romancing with APC, romancing with PDP. Yenjeba. Now, wow, it's a big story.
Yes,
anyway.
Wike and Makinde tell Nigerians, rally around Tinubu, time for politics is over.
That is Yenjeba.
You are the chairman.
Yenjeba. Wike, Yenjeba for PDP, Yenjeba for APC. Wike, very dangerous. The road is playing very dangerous. Somebody should call Wike in order. At least, I don't know, your party have not said, they are still in court. You see, that may automatically, Wike is not in PDP anymore. I get to be. It should just go to PDP, APC.
What is the PDP doing? Are you calling this?
They are just watching him. They are in court. They don't want to. They are in court. For Wike to be saying the election is over, after all, he voted for APC. So
Are you sure?
it's dangerous. What he's doing is dangerous. Because one, what he's doing now, he will suffer for it. Children will suffer for it. Generation will suffer for it. You understand me? Stay in one place. They want to go back to APC. Go back to APC. You cannot be Yenjeba every time. It's a big problem. I won't tell you lie. So I pity him. I pity generation. That is it. So visiting
Rally
Tinubu.
around Tinubu. Politics is over. We came back in the Nigeria.
For me, I wake up this morning. I look at this fight between APC and themselves. South, East. You should not forget this Tinubu's political listen. Around that, they don't want the Muslims, the president, Muslim speakers. They are dragging. Now, if they don't want to give to South, East, they should forget it. Let it finish 4 years and go out of that place. I get it. We don't want to dapper for this government. Let Kule and Niyi just manage whatever they want to manage. I get it. So that tomorrow, when they fail, they will not start calling us the South East benefit. Let them. We don't need it. Akpabio doesn't need it. After all, out of 3, there must be 1 Judah. We don't need it. We don't need Senate. We don't need House of Rep. Let them go because fight have started. Look at the heavy fight. They have started. Look at now. Fight have started. The Northern said the North East. They want the Senate president. They say something is. We don't want any controversial government.
Southeast. You're talking about Southeast.
Let the South should forget it. Let the Northern and I told you when it comes for politics, North and Southwest they always marry themselves. But when it comes for business, that's what they call it. Now, something happened in Sudan now. Have you heard they call any Southwest person or Northern to go and bring their plane? They went to Iboma, tell Onyema to bring a plane. Have you seen that? Where they are doing party, where they are doing fundraising. That's why they see Igbo people, Wanyahu, Atoeze, peace, bring out your money. You see, they need to have sense. We don't need Senate president. We don't need a speaker. Let Tinubu and Buhari manage the 4 years and go. That's it. I'll leave it. And the next election, I believe South will win the election. Then we are not going to tap for what they are fighting now. Muslim. Where were they? They are now rejecting, say they don't want a Muslim president, Senate president. Where were they when they tell them, say, we don't need vice president Muslim, we don't need president, let it be Basar. They said no, let Muslim. Now, they are not crying that Muslim should not be a Senate president. We don't want to tap for that government. That's my area.
Fuel subsidy will end in June. Federal government insists that they must remove fuel subsidy.
Who stopped them not to remove it? Has it not been removed for many times? When Buhari came in first time, he said remove subsidy. How much are we buying for? After we buy for 1,500, but I'm telling you, what is happening in Nigeria? Corruption. Whether they remove it or don't remove it, we are paying subsidy already. We are paying. If they remove it tomorrow, we still paying. How can you say you remove subsidy? We remove subsidy, we are paying up to 500. That was last 3 months. Don't forget. We pay up to 500, 600. I get me.
They remove subsidy, just that scarcity.
If you go around now, you can see some police stations are not selling. And you know, people ask yourself, where is the cash? No money again. Nigeria government. I don't know whether we have government. Where's the new money? Buhari is crying, he's going to DJ. I just saw one paper this morning. It doesn't look like Buhari. Now, the really Buhari came out for paper this morning. Have you seen it? Go and check. So, no, this is the. I don't know what I'm supposed to have. This Yenjeba here. This one. So the real Buhari come out. He's there. The paper is there. That's the real Buhari. So now he says he's go back to Niger. Whether he go, he no concern you. If you like go to Sudan. If you like go to Sudan, you are not able to do anything for me. You have to go to Sudan where they are fighting. You don't concern me. Say he's go to Niger. It's a shame. He's telling us what Nnamdi Kanu said. It's true.
He's confirming it.
Confirm. Now,
he says if you disturb him.
Who they disturb? Who they talk about before? Let me show the word. So they will not say I they tell lies though. See, Nigeria, Nigeria they knock him. Not really knock. Now knocking head.
Now be this one.
The old Buhari. Oh, okay, let me show them. Sorry, you don't show them well. You, the journalist, you only hide something. Let me show my people. See old Buhari. See old Buhari. Let me show you new one. See the other one. Buhari even strong past this new elected president. Only God will help Nigeria. Everything Nigerian are fake. Look at Sudan. They start messing up themselves in Sudan. Did you know how many countries in Sudan? Only we will hear our voice for CNN that our people cannot buy fuel for vehicle. Vehicle went for desert road. Is that not safety? And they said they bump out $1 million, $1.something million. When God created black, devil, when he pursued devil, instead of landing Ethiopia, landing in Sudan, landing DC, he land in Nigeria. Where everybody all land in Nigeria.
He land inside Edo State.
No land there. He land Nigeria. Maybe he get where he land Ocean, Atlantic Ocean. We don't have Atlantic Ocean in Nigeria. So my brother, what I'm saying, Nigeria is a laughing stock. Everything Nigeria is laughing stock. It's fake. Our president is fake. Our government is fake. Everything is fake. Problem. Look at Nigeria. Look at Sudan. Look what's happening in Sudan. It's a very shameful thing. You see Ghana here. Have you had anything in Ghana? Have you had anything in Benin? Only Nigerians. Only Nigerians. People like Niji, they will come and be defending what they don't know. I don't know why. Say the right thing. I better bring more news there.
No, there's no news again.
Now.
Tell us what is happening to Yam now.
My brother, where is it? Let me ask you another thing. Please, can you? I told you something last week. I told you something yesterday. What is happening in Lagos State now? Is it spiritual go slow or what? Is it spiritual go slow or what? Have you seen everywhere? Since 3 days ago.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened to the hold up?
Ibadan.
Which Ibadan? I did not be walking Ibadan Expressway. I am telling you, during the election, there was a lot of sacrifice that goes on. And the thing is backfire. It's returning back. How can go slow just surface everywhere? You say Ibadan Expressway. Ibadan Expressway have been working for 8 years. Have you seen this kind of go slow? I know you come and tell me, you will bring the body long one language now. But Niyi, another thing I want to tell Niyi. Niyi, listen, the Northerner I said no. You can be Jagaba in Lagos. You cannot be Jagaba in Nigeria. Are you aware Tinubu have surrendered? Tinubu came, they were waiting for Tinubu.
Yeah, military.
No.
Yeah.
He traveled.
Yeah, consulting.
No, when he traveled, they were waiting for him. When he came, and he brought that Jagaban to Abuja, you will become the Senate, you will become the Speaker. The Northern Attorney said, my brother, you did not win an election for body long. They told you, you did not win an election. We will tell you what to do. Go and sit down. We will tell you what to do. Now, that. He have said, don't worry, party, continue. He cannot be Jagaban in Lagos, be Jagaban in Asoro. Nigeria is bigger than one person. So thank you very much. My name, I want to beg Wike, Yenjeba. Very, very dangerous. Take careful. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I have a Mazila.
Yeah. Good morning. Good viewers. Good morning. Good viewers. I thank you for your commitment every day, every morning. Some of you are at night over there. It is night in some places, but you say you make it a point of duty to wake up and watch us live. I'm saying kudos to you guys. Enjoy us.
Okay, let's move on. Wike Makinde tells the Nigerians support Tinubu. Time for politics is over.
No. Time of politics is not over. It is not until when you get to the southeast turn that time of politics is over. We are having 4 cardinal points: north, south, east, and west. It has been not all the while until 1976 when Mohammed was killed in a bloody coup d'etat. Enyandi West, that is in the person of Obasanjo. 1976, a military president, head of state then, is from Southwest. Until 1979, when Obasanjo handed over, North. They gave it to North again. We still feel relaxed because they felt that Igbo man is defeated during the war. After 1979, it expires in 1983, so that an Igbo man, the vice president then, Elese Kwome, was the person that should take over. Enyendieba, Fulani man struck again. That is Buhari. Eweli Enyende North. They gave it to North again. Listen, we want to balance this equilibrium or equation of this slogan. Enyendieba. In 1983, Eweli Makinde Enyende North again. So balancing the equation of Enyendieba and Enyendieba is not well equated. Buhari stayed there until August 1985. Enyendeba. Babangida from North Central, Niger State, took over. Overtake. He struck and pursued the military again. Enyendeba. They gave it to North Central, which is mid-belt. Babangida stayed there for 8 good years, from 1985 to 1993. Enyendeba. Abacha. All of them that, we are clamoring there should be interim national government, interim government. Enyendeba, Makinde, and Southwest again. Igbo man was there. The equation of Enyendeba and Enyendeba is not well balanced. Because it is a town for the Igbo man, an Igbo man to take over the government of this country. So from that time, Enyendeba, Choniko was the president for how many months? Abacha pursued him there. Abacha as his chief security officer. CSO, Pochu, Shoniko. That was a coup. Shoniko left there. Enyendeba stayed imbalanced then because Abacha is from North. He was from Kanuri, I think. Yeah. Am I saying the right thing? Thank you. Enyendeba. Kanuri is still from Northern region. This Enyendeba equation is not well balanced. And I like equation. If I don't solve it, I will know within myself. Are you listening to me? Enyendeba. Abacha is from North, Kanuri extraction. Igbo man was still watching. After Abacha came what? God removed Abacha. Bring in who? He brought in Abdul Salam. Are you listening to me? Abdul Salam is from the same North Central. You see how the recycling of what power has eluded Igbo man over the years. Let me tell you, I'm saying this. I don't carry sentiment. I'm not saying it for anybody to like me. I'm saying it that so people that hate me the more. I don't care because clear conscience fears no accusation. Abacha now do what? He died. Abdul Salam came under 1 year. He handed over to Oku. The same Enyendeba, Obasanjo and Olufalaye from the same Southwest. See, let me tell you, anytime I'm clamoring for Igbo, anytime I'm protesting for Igbo, anytime I'm agitating for Biafra, I am 150% correct in what I'm doing. Because it eluded us for many years. Enyendeba for many years failed the Igbo man. So the political equilibrium of this country is not balanced. Christian, it's not balanced. I'm telling you.
When will it be balanced?
Enyendeba. The time has come. The time of equating, balancing that equation of Enyendeba is here today. And it's gonna what? Play out. Comes 29th May. It is our turn to take the affairs of this country. Enyendeba. Obasanjo to Yaradua. Enyendeba. South again. Madam Good Lord Jonathan was made president. Madam, he ruled as Madam. And when Madam who finished, Enyendeba, Enyende North. Oga, Igbo man a fola lo. Bini man a fola lo. Each and man a folanse. Are the Ibibios not part of Nigeria? Are the Efika not part of Nigeria? All those tribes that are moving on with Igbo man along the coastal line of Bight of Biafra and Bight of Bini, they are inclusion in this arrangement called Nigeria. But what is going on? Enyendeba. Today, let me not talk anymore. We went to poll on February 2023, 25th, for presidential election. Obi won Lagos State hands down. As an Igbo man, as a Nigerian man, the whole youth in Nigeria gave it to him. It is a victory for Nigerians, Nigerian youth, not Igbo man's victory. I listen to me, Christian. Obi won Lagos, hands down. Obi won Aso Rock, hands down. Aso Rock environ. Obi won. The whole FCT, Obi won. The whole South, Obi won. The whole North, almost 25 states of the Federation, Obi won. Enyendeba, Enyandeba could not be well balanced again. Enyandeba it can't lay one side. One side was going down. This is how he's doing now. Enyandeba because the youth has taken a decision that is so befitting. The best decision taken by Nigerians so far was, played out on 23 February 2023. And let me tell you, Enyandeba must, M-U-S-T, be what? Balanced. Failure to do so, I think we still have alternative. See, they think that in Nigeria all things are possible. Not lie. Bible says with God all things are possible. Not Nigerian politics, not Nigerian military, not Nigeria useless, dubious, crafty, idiotic politicians. With God Almighty, all things are possible. The decision taken by Nigerian youth on 25th February must surely come to pass. Okay. Everybody must play along with the youth. Everybody must play with the youth that went to polls that day and gave their choice to Labour Party.
Okay, let's talk about Sudan crisis. Yeah, no evacuation of Nigerians in Nigeria.
Let me tell you what every Nigerian politicians, all the Nigerian politicians, every Nigerian politician is talking about now is who will be Senate president, who will be speaker, how much are we going to spend on inauguration? They have forgotten that our brothers and sisters are stranded in Sudan / Egypt deserts. Deserts is a whole world of sand, shrubs, lower plants, no houses, no farmlands, just a dry place. We call it, desert is called wilderness in the Bible. So they don't know that the lives of those Nigerians that are stuck in the middle of the deserts are at risk. Yeah. Danger of being maimed or hurt by dangerous animals. And listen to me, what these Nigerian rogue politicians are after is amount they are going to spend on inauguration at Eagle Square. Yes, the money they will use over inflating, that is the amount it will cost. If it's 1 billion, they will say it's 20 billion. So that they will share 19 billions among themselves. While who will die in the desert should die because their children are not there. In fact, they are asking questions. What are those Nigerians doing in Sudan? So is it federal government that sent them to Sudan? Those students, I don't know what school. Is there any school that is in Sudan? In fact, the way they enter Sudan, the way they migrated into Sudan, let them find their ways. At least they know their way into Sudan. Why are they worrying government? They should die there. What concerns us?
They are Nigerians.
Yes, but that's what politicians are saying. I'm just trying to tell you the minds of Nigerian dangerous politicians. They are wicked. See, they enter through Horn of Africa, all those countries, Burundi, Somalia, Ethiopia, and Comoros Island. From there, they enter flying boat and get into Sudan. So what happened is that they should, from that same way, escape. What concerns us? What is wrong with this Igbo businessman? What's wrong with all these Fulani and Yoruba that are in Sudan? These people are giving us headache. John, let us talk about who we are.
They're asking the question, what are they doing?
I beg, let them. See, what they're doing in Sudan, some of them are students. What they're doing in Sudan, most of them are businessmen. See, let me tell you, Africans, if you go through African political is African map. You understand geography. You will find out that there are links between countries. All the countries in Africa will have links. Let me tell you, from here to Ghana we have link road. In those days, during the time of the British, there was railways. From here to Kumasi to Gao in Ghana, railways. From here to Chad, there were railways. They didn't follow up the plans of our colonial masters. So this time around, you go through by road or desert. I listen to me. So what they are doing there is that they went there for greener pasture. I listen to me. They went to do business. They went to study. They want to do all manner of what? Business transactions. If you are living in Nigeria, are you happy, Christian, by the way? You are asking me what are they doing there. Are you happy now? How much do you earn? How much do you earn? You don't earn up to $20
You like putting me on the spot.
Yes. You don't earn up to $20 a day. You don't earn up to $10 a day. Mr. Matthew. See, let me tell you.
Mr. Matthew.
Christian, as it is to you, that is how it is to me. That's why, as you see me now, I found myself in Khartoum for 10 years. Khartoum, the capital of Sudan. I know I would have made money by now. Because Khartoum is better.
You even resemble themselves.
Yes, I resemble them. Thank you, Lucky. Let me tell you, we are all suffering of all manner of human deprivation in Nigeria, and that is why we are jackpaing. If you know jackpa, you stay in Nigeria. Jackpa meaning migrate out, run away from Nigeria. Anybody that jackpa into the UK is not thinking of coming back again, which is why you have many youths there in Sudan. Many able-bodied Yoruba men, Hausa men, Kanuri men, Igbo men, Efik and the big and so on and so forth. They are hustling for their life in Sudan. Because Nigeria, this place is not for the living. It's not a place you can live and be what? Proud of. Christian, let me tell you, time shall come. If they continue like this, if coming of Jesus Christ tarries, and we are still living in this kind of situation, let me tell you, Nigeria will be a desert. Nobody will be here. Because we will leave it for every politicians, Dick and Stanley, dangerous usurpers, vultures. We will leave Nigeria for them to stay here. Okay. See, that's why many, 7,000 Nigerians are stranded in the middle of the desert, and nobody is talking about how to ferry them back to home.
No, the Nigerian government is on it.
They're on it. Okay, hey, they're on it. Hot years, they're on it. Listen, they're on it. I'll be teeth. See, let me tell you, they are on it. They are eyeing who will be Senate President. Ojus Wakano, Ababio, Mr. Ababiaka, Emeka Obiora. This one will be this. Northeast, Northwest, Southwest. That is the argument in the house now. Not saving the lives of those people. We don't need who will be president of Senate President, 10th Senate President. We don't need it. We don't need who will be inaugurating how much for the inauguration, because that day of inauguration, it matters nothing to every Nigerian. They are there for their selfish interest. They want to inaugurate selfishly. What will gain their pocket? Okay. What we should be talking about now is how to ferry back those people that are stuck in the middle of the desert and bring them to Nigeria. I think understand peacefully so that they won't die. See, let me tell you, Christian, Buhari is in a haste so that he will go back to his maternal or paternal home in Niger to enjoy all the loot. And let me tell you, another loot is coming, is on the way. Because we thought that before that May 29, we are not going another Asorowin. We are going to China for another borrowing. And we must do what? Borrow it. So that some of them that are retiring from their various public offices, like Senate presidents, like Chief of Defense Staff, Lucky Rabo, who is not saying anything about the well-being of Nigerians, because all his children are in Dubai. See, all of them, they are going to borrow money again. They will see what to lean on. If it happens that their, what do you call it, this retirement due is not coming in a way. See, let me tell you, they will have much money. They will have much more chances of borrowing from World Bank. Okay. So that our debt will increase. It will be increasing up to 40 trillion. Yes. Do you think that the next person that is coming, how hard is that guy going to work to repair Nigeria economy? We are owing money. If you don't know what I mean a whole lots of money.
Okay, thank you very much, Mazi Rap, for your contribution this morning.
Thank you, Krista, because I have to pause here so that I'll have some other to tell them tomorrow.
Thank you very much. I have Mr. Ubong.
Sorry, why not answer?
Good morning.
Why did you look like Susan?
You see what? Sometimes I look. Raphael is educated. I believe Raphael is educated. The way I used to see him, I believe Raphael is educated.
You believe that Raphael is educated? Yes, so
I please,
what are you insinuating?
If Raphael stand here to speak, I believe he could speak a word of power. You understand me? I mean, Kinosko word. A word of Kinosko.
Kinosko?
Yeah. That word of Kinosko, now go the brand, is thinking faculty. Thinking faculty to what? To pick a word that is my PA in the center of GPN. So that I could channel him into the facts of understanding. But sometimes Raphael made me weak. Raphael made me weak sometimes. Now, if we talk about Igbo here, Igbo could say, come up for there, make him come up for there. Right from the beginning in 1960, in this country, the force everybody endure, Igbo go declare war, kill people. Let me say this.
No, let me say.
First school, Igbo go declare, call people neck.
Don't be so.
Don't be so. So what are you looking for? People are having patience to wait for something. You now start declare war, cut people neck. It is say you are free, but why are people complaining? Every time you come for election, you fail. Who vote for Peter Obi? Nobody believes it. Nigeria can vote for Peter Obi like that. You don't know how many did he come on? Tinubu start campaigning for 2019. Now he start campaign for this thing we win now. But this guy just come out. He campaign the whole Nigeria mad. They vote for him, he lose. So people know they come out for election, you know they lose. So why make you lose? They say they rig in the east. They rig you rig in the east. Let all the state in the east bring out 1 million votes. You don't bring out, can't you do it?
Okay, you are supporting rigging.
Rigging! This is the time of rigging.
You're a pastor.
Listen to me, Mr. Man. Bible says when you go to room, do that room. Are you wiser than God?
You're a pastor.
Where's the thought of this? You are wiser than God.
A pastor supporting,
God says if you go to
supporting
room,
rigging.
do that room. Room and rigging, now rig. When God will say you room, you say room. When you go to room, do that room. If you rig for East, 5 states, 1 million, we don't win. You don't stand here and talk for you. Can't you rig?
How dare you? How dare you?
Rig.
How dare you?
Everybody rig for you every time they rig you.
But it's not,
I'm coming.
It's not yet over now.
I'm coming. This man was crying. Equipment was crying.
Okay.
He said they rig me. Every day Igbo cry, they rig you. Rig you. Tell your people in the east, all the food that come out for Abia, Anambra, 1 million, and you go rig you. Every time, this, what is it?
Okay, let's.
All your problem. Ingonosi for what? You make us your fault for East. You are the prayer of the East. All of you bear your name. All of us are falling because of you. Every time you complain, nothing.
Are you talking to me?
Igbo. Come on, your other name. Come on, your name is. I go to school. Your name is IBO. Come on, that G finish you. Igbo. Make him Igbo. I want to hear IBO. Igbo. Now you can't put G. You can't become Igbo. Igbo name destroy you. Igbo. That G name is the problem. I'm a big team.
But the election is not yet over. There's a tribunal.
Tribunal of what?
It's Atiku Obi has taken the.
See the picture. See how joy. See joy for their eyes. See joy for their faces. See body joy. See how all of them filled with joy. Even man filled with grief. What's your problem? These guys are enjoying. See their faces. Laughing, happy. They are feeling with grief. They want to die. Die now.
Okay,
I don't know what's wrong with you.
Wike Makinde tell Nigerians rally around Tinubu.
Tinubu is a strong man. I know him. Tinubu is a strong man. They go rally around him. They go do all what they can. But we know deny May 29. Tinubu said it's nothing. It's just a 1 day. But May 29, to me, if they swear that man that is in, bam, as president of the Federal Republic, bros, it go bad. I tell you the truth. I'm a person. I'm a Siwaju of East.
Yeah, they are Siwaju of the
East. Yes, I see far.
No, you're from South.
You know what I mean?
You need to claim your South.
I'm a East man.
Akwa Ibom.
Yes, I mean. Igbo man should stop making noise. For what it pain me. Or you will come out and say, "You want Biafra? You go carry Kalabama and make Biafra. Why don't you make Biafra your brother? Go carry Philadelphia, make Biafra. You don't part to them as commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Run away, leave them. So who is the problem? Why did you carry your brother and make him a Biafra? Biafra could have stand today. Look at the Kalabama, make him a Biafra, keep him gone, keep him rank, make him a Biafra. At the end, you hand over your power, your commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Biafra to the man and run away. So now, who be a Biafra now? Why are you making me say every time? It pain me. If you see on my Facebook, it pain me. Everywhere it pain me. Why you go and behave like this?
So what Wike and Makinde is doing now, how do you look at it?
All is useless. Tinubu go swear him. Go swear him. Listen to me. Tinubu no be my man. You know how they quiet? Because of what they learn for MK. What they learn for MK will make them to quiet. Yes. May yours another man that is to enter power. Hey! Oh no. Oh, mercy upon this country. We lost our country.
But you said Tinubu will do well.
I say we'll win, I don't say we'll do well. He's not a messiah. If they swear that man in for this country as a president, you see the way they keep quiet, see all of them they monitor. What happened to NKO? Now make them cool down. So that Tinubu will enter power. What happened to MKO when make the arrest MKO? Now make them cool down now. If they swear that man in that is bam, you will not say the man is bad.
I don't understand.
You never understand. It's a mystery. Ask me another question.
If they swear in Tinubu,
it's too painful.
Yoruba man, that's when you know that they are very bad. I don't understand.
You never see what is going on. Listen to me. Yoruba man, Do you think that if outside not come here and drive all this Okada and they cash and for the money, eh? And you there you pay us subden, pay us rent, pay sub rent, pay all this. This is for life. In the old Nigeria, who will get past? Agent and agreement, damages, who will get past? No, check now as a man that was in the old Nigeria, who will get past? We live for now, we live in this. I'm State. Just pay your rent and enter your house. Anambra State. Have you pay your rent and enter your house? Go to North, pay your rent, enter your house. Go to Middle Belt, pay your rent. See what Yoruba man is. Eh? You pay him rent. You don't give you iron. You don't pay him. You don't give him 50-50. You don't see correct damages. You don't correct damages again. Eh? That's the blood of Yoruba. Blood. They are not in the vein of Yoruba. This Yoruba I'm going to do now.
You see their true color.
Oh my God! You don't remember what Yoruba Senor do? The guy because he came to Cameroon, he sell all Nigerian property. He increase fuel bastardly. He print money to tip enough. One bundle of 1,900 is worth 100,000. He put them for a para, he full belly, he tip the money. Why is he printing that money? Why was he printing that money? 1,900. He need 5,900 for power. So you need to know who they come. I tell you that this man that they call Buhari was about player that they banned from Man. They buy that player from Man U to come and play for Man U.
He's a Man U player.
Yes. Now you don't contract don't finish. The real Man U go play that game. You never see what the real Man U go play that game. You think the Yoruba man is a good person?
No, so they are good. They are good.
Eh? You can only get a good person for Yoruba Christian. Maybe Yoruba Muslim like Tinubu them. Yoruba Christian and the people will embrace. Yoruba Christian and the people will say every day. See a Simanyo now. Yoruba Christian. Maybe Yoruba Muslim. Yoruba Muslim bad. This man, this boy now. Where's that Yoruba?
Niyi.
Listen to me. You know the Yoruba. If the Yoruba Christian, we embrace him. The royal, they together. Yoruba Christian, everywhere you go with them. Yoruba Muslim, then be this Tinubu and social them. Then be MKO, Yoruba Muslim. They batter. Then be what and guard them. Nobody go church, no go mosque. They console them. You need to understand them. So you are here in what I pray for God. Have mercy upon us.
So what is your plan? You have a plan.
My plan is this. If the East, I want to keep the East motherland. I want to keep East motherland for East. Let us come up from this darkness. I want a motherland in the East.
Are you calling here darkness?
You know what's going on here. If God open your eye, you can see what's going on here. You want a motherland in the East. Yoruba have motherland, Lagos. Oh, they are good. Osogbo, they chop for you. Also Abuja, Kaduna, and Kano. Motherland. We know have motherland in the East. That's what I want to keep the East. A motherland that we all of us to stay there and rejoice ourselves. Eat and drink, import and export. Do business and succeed with a great chance for up. That's what I want to keep to the East. Okay, like we can have peace.
Okay, let's talk about
on December now, to go to village, you know man go with fuel. Temple could go high. You cannot go and visit your mother. Because they don't want you to live here. Moto will come become 30,000, 50,000 for Moto to go to East and visit your mother. You can't go. You pack back. Stay here to die for them. We want a motherland in the East. For all the East to stay here. We do our business. If you run and drive, make you come here. If you have someone like, make you come here. Come to East and see what we can do. Not to die for this land. 80% of our income now, you buy the chopper. Agent agreement. 80% of our income now, you buy the chopper. Our children's school fee. 80% of our you buy the chopper. Shops, husband, Loma, lights, never. One of them don't leave work now, they dead for road. Are we dying? Are we mad? Are we mad? We know motherland in the East. That all the East to dwell here. Do business, ship. If you want to come to East, come to East. If you want to come to North, then we have our choice not to die here. All business for Onitsha don't ship to Lagos because now here they buy market. We want a land that can be able to stand from the East. If all of us dead here, do business, they buy your big business. That's what I want to build in GPN. Okay. So that what all of our ancestors will have peace in their heart.
But you want to change all these people?
All the people, I'm going to defeat them all. If them, I will defeat them.
Tinubu Jagaban.
Listen to me. Jagaban is Jagaban now. Eh? Another Jagaban is coming. Mighty Babylon was fall. Bible says nobody could remember. Don't you say they don't go fall? Nobody can believe that PDP can leave power. Eh? People will not believe they will go to move them. Is that me? CBN could remove them out of power and bring light for this country. Prosperity, wealth, everybody could work out. We are dying in this condition. Our women cannot marry again, they type of everywhere. Nobody to marry wife. Why can you bring us to marry wife? You don't ask for marry wife. You want to then ask now. You want to plan money for agent agreement, plan money for house, plan money for what damages. You want me to break your ceiling before I want to go for your house? You want me to break your water system? To break all your kitchen? Go don't correct agency damages. Evil, abomination, wickedness. After they chop the money finish, they say pay agent agreement, pay light for 5 years, keep. They're not satisfied to. They want you to die because they don't come to rent your house. All the boys go for street, they don't feel married wives. Look at women. Women are finished. Type bomb, they die if type bomb. They have frustration. Who go marry me? What I could do? How did they chop? People cannot marry because of what? Evil of Yoruba man. No, you see for them.
Evil of Yoruba man.
Evil of Yoruba man. How can you be like as you make somebody to be pain before you can rent the house? You ain't gonna give them damages. Maybe say that's peanut. 50-50. Money for big pass. The money for agent are given big pass. The money for house. These men are just going to attack it. We are dying here. You know if you see any school, flat, they have school. Train the run. Show you at the airport. Know who they are. Whether not football kicker, whether not jumper. That's what they be in before. You never build your school with small flat and rob people, rob people, rob the bastard. Bros, wait.
You have 2 minutes.
I'm coming. You move from here to Kramer School. You see till there that you need to play ball.
Yes, there's in
Wayfield.
Omole.
Yeah. Oh, you train to play
there's
ball.
okay.
Nasan.
Okay, at primary school.
Nasan. When we were playing what confirmed field to play football, full map. Train show their talent. You might have their school for small flat to rob people. Small picking 100,000. Small picking 50,000. Because you are here for them. I want to be the motherland in the east. I want the whole world to hear me. Land that the whole east would well and eat and drink and export. That's what I want to do.
Okay, thank you very much, Asa Ubong, for your contribution this morning. I know Okogondem, you are happy with Ubong this morning.
You see, okay, let us pray.
Okay.
In Jesus' name, our Heavenly Father God, I thank you and magnify your name. I lift your name on high for keeping me alive to monitor me today. Father, I said, the Second Republic of Biafra. Leave Mazin Nnamdi Kanu and his IPOB government of Biafra. This is why I told you that I am Mr. Okpara. I am Mr. Okpara, the new Okokondem in this Second Republic of Biafra. Okokondem is a name from Akwa Ibom, and I am Mr. Okpara, a name from Igbo extraction. Because of people like Obong, make me to add that Okokondem. You see, starting from head to toe, starting from the beginning to the end, what Obong said today is perfect. I haven't seen him speaking like this before. Coming, you ask one of our men, why did not give P2B the president? He told you that the balance of politics. He told you that any time to finish your politics or to end of the politics is when president enter Igbo man hand. He said that's the finishing of politics. Balance of politics of peace of politics. That's the end of politics. If I'm still Okokon Mr. The new Okokon I'm still telling you, for politics, for president to enter Igbo man hand is the end of politics in Nigeria. Because Nigeria will never allow politics, president to enter Igbo man hand. Instead of them to bring president into Igbo man hand, they end politics in Nigeria. I think I told you that Obi will fail. Why will Obi fail? Obi said, I will put Nigeria right. And Nigeria don't want anybody to put them right to be there. Haven't I told you this before? That Nigeria will never allow anybody who make Nigeria to be good to be there. Lie. Nigeria will not allow it. So I don't see possibility of Igbo man to be there. Number one, Igbo man, as Obama said, Igbo man is fighting against himself. Igbo man fought against himself. In 1960, when Ironsi took over, about the revolution of 5 majors, people are saying Igbo man coup. Not Igbo man coup. Major Ademologa, who wrote 5 majors, what we strike, he's a Yoruba man. Victor Banjo was a Yoruba man. Aton Para was a northern man, Benue. Even the later Major General Kassina, that time he was a major governor of Northern Region. He joined it. Major Ejo from Middle West. Later Major General Ejo. He joined the coup. We know about the revolution. All of them know about the revolution. But the other thing, if the Igbo man are in front, and ready to didn't fail, all of them pull out. Igbo man coup, they turn it to Igbo man coup. With the British propaganda, BBC propaganda, they turn it to Igbo man coup. Nzobu, Ironsi was among to kill on the revolution. Because Ironsi was among to kill, he escaped and about the revolution. Now, when Ironsi was there, we Igbo asked him, Ironsi, see what is going on. Ironsi, see what is going on. Ironsi, amend your way. Ironsi, do your way. Ironsi said no. Kick against the advice given to him. He died. Now, in 1973, Zik came out. That the betrayer, that the chameleon Zik came out. We still support him because he's our brother. John NPN, vice president, to sabotage Zik. We fail. Now, in 1983, Ojukwu returned from Ivory Coast and joined NPN, contesting senatorial zone, contesting for it. The same Ekweme changing 5 naira. When 5 naira was in Green Road, went to Nnewi senatorial zone. His wife share it to every woman. Don't vote Ojukwu in. If you vote Ojukwu in, he will bring war again. Your children will die. I'm telling you the way Igbo man is playing against himself. In 1999, the same Ekweme came out to contest as president, and the whole world know that Igbo man is ripe to rule. Jim Mobodo came out and used Hausa language in the just convention. Tell the North, don't vote in primary, PDP primary. Don't vote for Ekweme. Ekweme will reverse Biafra. They will kill your people again. This is what happened to Igbo man. Igbo man always rise up against Igbo man. That is why I told you that we have nothing to do in this Nigeria.
Somebody give me cook because support me.
We have nothing to do in this Nigeria than to leave Nigeria, so that we can be able to contend. So we can be able to contend this bastard, these evil people in Igbo land, destroying Igbo future, destroying Igbo future. We should bring them down. With Nigeria, they will use their federal power, subduing the people. Look at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. Who betrayed him? It's not the Igbos. Is it not Igbo man use the private jet to go and kidnap Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, bring him down here? Is it not Ohaneze and Igbo send Operation Platon dance? Now look at it in the paper now. Operation Ohaneze and Igbo attacking. Let us sit down and discuss how to release Nnamdi Kanu. Now that God wants to release Nnamdi Kanu, now they are talking. What can they talk about these days? You see, what Obama said today is right. Whether he call it East, whether he call it East, whether he call it Biafra, what we need is our homeland. Motherland, that's what we need. Akwa Ibom can be motherland. Uyo can be motherland. Calabar can be motherland. Rivers can be motherland. Onitsha can be motherland. Aba can be motherland. Enugu can be motherland. Owerri can be motherland. We have so many motherland. whether you call it East, whether you call it Biafra. We have so many places in motherland that we can settle. But what's happening? Our businessmen outside say, no, we don't want it. And now we are paying. Now, I know that you don't know what to ask me, but I'll be bringing the points out.
Let's move on. Wike Makinde tell Nigerians, rally around Tinubu. Time for politics is over.
This is what I'm telling you. Igbo man against Igbo man.
Where is the Igbo man there?
Wike is not Igbo man.
He has denied that.
Can you tell me he can deny? But let me tell you, you can deny that you're not an Igbo man. But you see your butos, you cannot deny your butos. Wherever you are running with your butos. Wherever Wike like, let him run. The blood of the gene of Igbo man is in his blood. The gene of Igbo man is Wike blood. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, let me tell you. In 2014 election that put Jonathan in, when all the whole East, call it South, call it South to East, call it Biafra. When all of us come together, oneness, with one man, one accord, did not Jonathan win? Jonathan win. Yeah. Jonathan won that election because we come with one mind, and Jonathan himself declare himself as Igbo man. He declared himself as Igbo man. All of us join hands together. Jonathan won. That's what the problem Wike has. Wike is saying, join Tinubu. Wike will never be a Yoruba man. No matter what happens, even in the next world, Wike will never be a Yoruba man. Wike will still remain in that geographical location. We are playing politics. Politics aside, let us say the truth. Wike is a confused man. Wike don't know what he's doing. Wike is completely a barbarian. I go to university, doesn't mean that I have a natural sense.
What wrong has he done that you're calling me barbarian?
Look at how we talk. Do Wike talk like a normal woman being? Do Wike talk like a reasonable woman being? He talk as if he say he is in the influence of drug. Making noise. Making noise. Eh?
Okay.
Now, we are saying of people in Sudan.
Yes, Sudan.
Sudan. I have told you, this is the weakness of Nigeria. They never evacuate their people at the right time. They will allow water to reach their throat in the river or in the sea before they start to struggle. That is completely bad governance in Nigeria. I have to give you an instance. Last time, Liberia, I give you an instance, even though this Ukraine, I give this so many places it happened. Nigeria never go in time to evacuate their people. But this APC on is the worst. It happened to America now. Even though now, America haven't evacuated the citizens. Joe Biden giving excuse. The same evil level of government. Look at how Joe Biden destroying America as APC destroying Nigeria. APC government and Joe Biden government is altogether evil. And all people are ruling in this place. Look at Joe Biden. A child asked him, where is the last place you visited? He forgets. Because his old age have affect his memory. Like in Nigeria, old age have affect the leaders of APC leading Nigeria.
Okay, what's the way forward now?
The way forward is, as Subong said, motherland, homeland is the best for we that came from that side, we Biafrans. That is why IPOB, autopilot, is still struggling. That is why Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention. There's no remedy. The way I see Nigeria, look, let me tell you, Igbo man are separated spiritually from Nigeria. But because of the economical benefits Nigerians are getting from this side of area, Biafrans. Because of Biafrans, Easterners, Southeast are developers. We are slaves, not developers. We are slaves to them. They use us as Southern Carolina in America use black slaves before American Civil War. They are using us, developing their place. That is why it seems that they love us. They don't love us.
Okay, thank you very much.
So the only best bet, let even P2B, this is why I'm shouting. Have they given P2B? This is why I'm shouting. Have given P2B and others come out, stand with Nnamdi Kanu, stand with autopilot for liberation of Biafra. We could have gone, but they won't come. Because they feel that one Nigeria is good for them.
Okay.
And the one Nigeria is happening to them.
Okay,
As it don't happen to P2B now. It don't happen to P2B.
Of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Yes. Thank you, my people. God bless every one of you. I am Mr. Paradenu Okokonde in this Republic of Biafra. Live by Mazin Nnamdi Kanu and his IPOB government of Biafra. Long live Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Long live IPOB Otopa.
Let's move on. If you're watching us, you can click on the link and join us so that we can get your contribution to the program. You have the opportunity to click on that link. Who's online? Who's online? Ooh. Yeah, this is Chima. Good morning. This is Chima. Let's get your contribution to the program this morning. Other person, let's have some other person this morning to contribute to the program. Okay, we are talking about rally around Tinubu, time for politics over Wike, Makinde tell Nigerians, and I have with me wonderful this morning. Yeah, who is online? Who's online? There's somebody. Okay, I have Mr. Ni. Thank you very much, Mr. Ni. Good morning.
Good morning,
God bless
Mr.
you.
Christian.
Yeah, you can see it's time for constituting a new government. You can see the pictures we have. We have Wike, Makinde, everybody coming together in preparation for the next dispensation.
Yeah, so for the past 1 hour, people have come to this mic to talk about something that is not related to the issue. I don't know why you allow people to only deliberate based on ethnicity. For the last 1 hour, people have been talking about Igbo. That is not what we had before.
The IPOB and
that is not what we had before. What we had before was the upcoming inauguration of the president-elect, the case in the court. What are the policies that we need to implement to move this country forward? Those are the things. These are the things we need to discuss.
Yes, the channels spoke about P2B saying that they should release Nnamdi Kanu. So it's all connected.
Now, listen.
It's all connected.
They said Peter, that was a mistake.
That was I know.
Because it wasn't Peter Obi that said it, and they deleted it, they apologized.
But they are under fire.
Yeah, they are under fire from the obedient camp. That's for sure. All right? Because it was this guy that said it. It wasn't Peter Obi. I think it was Ezekome, that lawyer, that guy who is actually advocating for Nnamdi Kanu.
The council tonight.
All right. No doubt about it. The next person, which is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he needs to deliberate. I've always said something. I said, whoever that will be able to move this country forward must be a very good negotiator. And there's one thing that you need to know is Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a very astute negotiator. He knows how to negotiate things, how to negotiate interest, how to balance interest. Some of my guys have been singing the song of Iyendeba, Iyendeba. In Yoruba, what we say it is Jekin Jelo Nili Aye. Chop I chop for peace to reign and then for progress to happen. And this is what this man has implemented in Lagos. Let me tell you one of the ways implemented that. In Alaba market, in Ladipo market, he understands that these places are, are clusters dominated by Igbos. What did he do? He encouraged the Igbos. All right? If they are not the market chief, they will be the deputy market chief. All right? He encouraged those local government Igbos to what? To compete for House of Reps. Have you not asked yourself that question? Like, how was a man? You see Ojo, you see Etiosa, you see all these Amu Ojofi. Those places are what? Highly dominated by Igbos under his leadership, right from 1999, he encouraged that, and Lagos State has kept on encouraging that. No. Just you just look at it. Secondly, he saw the fact that for Lagos State transport workers to move forward, let us bring all these boys. I mean, you know why we have so much unrest in the Niger Delta? Because those boys, some of them are graduates, some of them are not graduates, but they are technically savvy. They did not engage them into this production line, at least engage them to some, I mean, there are some jobs they can do, my brother. Anybody that can operate, that can technically operate an AK-47, I would support Tinubu on that. If you can unbundle an AK-47, do you know the technicality it requires for you to recouple and, I mean, assemble and disassemble an AK-47? My brother, if they train you how to operate a tractor, if they train you how to operate a machine, you will learn it. But they did not engage these people. And what do you expect? You come to my land. If you think that if all these Awori boys are not eating from Elegushi Beach, if they are not collecting royalties from Elegushi Beach, you think all these Akeke boys, if they are not collecting them from garages, do you think you and I will be able to stand here and talk to our viewers? The agitation we see everywhere, okay, is as a result of the aborigines being isolated, being marginalized. We have some of our diasporans who are in Dubai who are listening to my voice. I want to challenge them. There are so many Dubai aborigines who don't do it. They don't lift a pea. You know what they do? You know what they do? Anybody that comes to their land that wants to open a business must look for a Dubai citizen and make him a sponsor. He will become a number one sponsor, and that person will have a share from whatever profit you make. Whether you work or other, they might decide not to work. Are you with me? As a Dubai citizen, whether you work or you don't work, when it is time for you to get married, they will give you a free land. We are not yet there. But these are the things that needs to be in place. You understand? These are the things, that is what they call royalties. As Omonilu. So those Niger Delta boys, they need to be compensated in a way. Those people in the east, probably they are exploiting their resources. They need to be compensated in a way. Those people in the north, likewise. And the only man that I know, I challenge you, show me a better negotiator. Why do you think G5 are rallying around him? Why do you think a person like Wike, which you and I know is also a narcissist, which you and I know, he believes so much in himself. He's self-centered. Okay? Wike, you and I know that Wike, as he is, if something not pay out, he know do it. And this is a man that we know that he has also done well for his people. He has done well for the Rivers people. You cannot deny it. If you want politics to override the good governance that Wike has provided to his people, then you must be a baby. This is a man that has done so well for the Rivers people. David Umahi did so much for Ebonyi. Even challenged, he said, listen, my people, when I wanted to start this international airport in this Ebonyi, it is my fellow Igbo people that said that why should I do it? They never asked me that how will he improve the economy? He said he is giving all thanks to Buhari for what? Encouraging that project, for even giving him the license. Okay? Listen, I understand some people are crying of marginalization, but you also have to ask yourself a question: what effort have you made to ensure your region progresses? The problem is not Tinubu. The problem is PDP. Now PDP deny Southeast presidency. PDP are the greatest traitor and led by Atiku. The Igbo people have served PDP all their lives. The Igbo people have served PDP all their lives. You cannot, listen, these things are there. 80% of the Southeast, South states are PDP. It is their time for the Southeastern presidency was this year. But Atiku gave them, he threw them into the ring of confusion. Instead of Atiku to say that, okay, fine, let me support Southeast presidency. He said, no, let it go to, if they are not going to zone it, he said, let them throw it to the south. Of course, is the only south that is in the south? Wike, you cannot blame Wike for being an ambitious person. Wike also deserves to dream to become a president. He deserves it. The question you should ask yourself is, did Obi lobby Wike to step down? We know that Obi does not negotiate. He lacks that negotiating skills. Did you ask yourself, did Obi go and meet Wike that hard? He did not. Obi is not ready to negotiate. He just assumed that thing should come to South. And since he's not ready to fight for it, then he saw a platform that was ready to give it to him. Patitomi stepped down for him. Haven't paid some amount of money.
Okay.
You get the point? So my key takeaways of my discussion for the past 5 to 10 minutes is this. Nigeria to move forward, luckily we have a negotiator in the person of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Secondly, those that are feeling marginalized, they need to understand that they need to be a part of the table. Okay? Yeah. They need to be on top of that table for them to have a say. You cannot be outside of the table and you are demanding for your own share. You have to join that table. When you're not ready to join it, now that table is what? Nigeria as an entity. You need to come on that table and now negotiate for your own share. By being diplomatic, by being smart. They need to study what Tinubu did. Tinubu knew he was a minority. There was no way if he never went to had a coalition with a very strong hold from the Northwest. He joined forces, he waited for 8 years. Tinubu could have, come out 2019. There was posters everywhere. As of 2019, people saw posters. But he said, no, let this man go again. So, my brother, I just want our people who are agitating. Your fight is in the court, all right. But I want you to have that mindset that this case you might not win, and if you don't win, that does not mean that you have been raped. It only means that you lost. You lost in an election whereby someone betrayed you, and that person is a man that you guys have always supported for the past 16 years. But this same man denied you guys.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Mr. Kule, if you are coming late now, I've been standing here for more than 1 hour.
But you allow some.
You just came.
You allow when Okoko Dume was here. He said the story from the beginning of Nigeria till the end, and I was here.
He spent his time.
Which time? How many times? So
I do 5 minutes. Let's move on.
It's only me. You keep giving 5 minutes.
If you come early,
I have to protest that. About that.
We can go to court.
We go to court. We meet at Supreme Court.
Fuel subsidy let's start with rally around Tinubu. Time for politics over. Wike Makinde tell Nigerians.
Yeah, I think they should embrace Wike advice, and I think it's a good thing. The politics is over. You say what?
You like Wike?
I've been following Wike. I like his doggedness. I don't like people that they can just muzzle up and silent and bully up and you keep silent. And that's my model. That's my role model. When he see the truth, he'll say it out. He doesn't want to care who the truth will go to, man. So what I'm saying now, let Nigerians put off their garments of annoyance, garments of sadness, garments of, and let us come and embrace national unity government that this man have asked them to join, because it's going to be politics of, governance of inclusiveness, So somebody like Obi can join, somebody like Atiku can join. It's all for the purpose of moving Nigeria forward. And mind you, what I want to tell people now is, you are not God. You're not God. When you're showing yourself that you are higher than anybody, God will pull you down. And that is what we are saying today. When you're proud, God will shut you down. But when you silence yourself as if you're nobody, God will lift you up. But the way things are now, some of my brothers are too proud. If it is not them, it can never be anybody. If it is not them talking, if it is not their brother, king's brother that is talking, the other person doesn't know what he's saying. So you can't run a unity. You can't run. politics like that and you expect people to embrace you. You know, embrace everybody. Take everybody as your brother. Not tribal issue. Detach from all this tribalism. Detach from all this bigotry, man. And let's see whether the system will change or not. Because the way things are now, a lot of abuse on social media. Who are these people abusing? You know them by their name. So let us put that to an end because it's even a sin. All what you are doing now is a sin. It's a sin to God. The presence of God is a sin. So you better change your narrative and change your narrative in order to be an active participant in Nigerian politics. Because whether you like it or not, the only vehicle we have in Nigeria is this political vehicle that can lead anybody to where to your dream space. And mind you, I want to commend Uzodima. He's doing a great job there. I want to commend Umai. He's doing a great job because he's having an handshake across the river. I think people should emulate those guys because they are the future of Igbo's, greatness, because the handshake is already going across the river. And no man can be an island. You cannot be an island to yourself. I don't need to be chipping in this advice, but I have my brothers that are loyal to me, that I'm loyal to as Igbos, which are not tribalists, you know. So the ones, enough is, the word is enough for a wise, you know. So I need to say that because the way I'm seeing things here, I'm not really happy. It's even happening on this bystand now. If not that we muzzle ourselves, some people want to turn this bystand to Igbo flip bystands. And I keep saying it, they want to turn it to Igbo flip bystand. And if it's a Yoruba man that comes here, I want to crowd this place, I will tell him, this place is for everybody, not for one tribe. So we should think, and the way we insult ourselves, the way we abuse ourselves, as if you are the God maker, you are the king maker, you are the Alpha and Omega. Somebody will tell you, these guys will soon die. It looks like a person that cannot survive. You know, that's animalistic thing that I've ever seen in my life.
Okay. Thank you very much. We'll call it a close today. Bystanders at the newsstands. Thank you very much, everyone, for being part of the program. Okay, one person. Let's have one person speak to us this morning. Please click on the link. Click on the link, Miss Gladys Oyabo. I'm not the one controlling that part. Click on the link then. Okay, Mr. Chigozie. Where are you, Mr. Chigozie? Let's have your contribution.
Yeah, good morning, Christian, and to esteemed viewers across the globe. I remember Chigozie Ndibu. I think it is important to call the attention of those who claim that the continuity of one Nigeria under this present configuration is in the interest of all asunder to have a rethink of mind at this important time. You see, there can't be any true society without, of course, the integration of all the ethnic nationalities under one, of course, one motive that there must be, of course, justice, equity, and fairness for all. If there is absence of this, you don't have a society, and that society is bound to collapse. It's just a matter of time. Making reference of in 1966, what led, of course, and culminated to the Civil War was just exactly what was happening. Of course, the then Dean Chukwemeko Ojukwu called the attention of the federal government, if actually there's anything federal, as one of us rightly said, that Nigeria is neither federal nor republic, and has never attended, of course, the status of nationhood. We are just still struggling as a contraption, trying to find our feet in the community of nations. We can't address our common challenges. We can't, of course, reintegrate our ethnic diversities towards enhancing human nature and human society. Then what makes us an entity, and why should we continue to exist? I mean, the Nigerian state. So, for those calling a handshake across the Niger is immaterial, that is not what we need. In any sense society, what drives the society is the rule of law. What attracts or decides the difference between developed and undeveloped states or nations of the world is just their adherence to the rule of law. You can't continue to abuse and I mean the flagrant abuse of fundamental rights of the people, and you expect to grow. What sense are you
Thank
making?
you very much,
We don't need such,
Mr.
of course, a
Chigozendigo, for
handshake.
your contribution. We have 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
We have 2 minutes. I go.
Hello, Mr. Christian. Good morning, and good morning to our SM viewers out there.
Mr. Odeshima, you're on live program. Yeah, good morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Christian, I've been following pre-TV, and many people have been asking me why I'm not showing up here. I believe you would have told them that you blocked me in the comment section so that they will not they will stop asking about me and know exactly you are the motive, you are the person that blocked me from free TV. Anyway, that is not important. We move. I need to contribute this morning based on the what is playing out. You know, when people come here and say that Tinubu has won election and they other people, as they claim, the alleged losers, they should stretch out their hands and work with him. I'm still trying to phantom this. You know, how can you, for instance, you have money in your pocket, the money that belongs to you, which you know that is your property, is your thing, and somebody dips his hand inside your pocket and collect that money openly on a broad daylight, and you are asking me, oh, don't worry, it's your money. We know that it's your money, but this person is in possession of this money now, right now. You can work with him, ask him to give you a little part of that money. You know, this is exactly the situation at hand. Anybody that is calling for Peter Obi or Tinubu or whatever, Atiku, to join hands and work with Tinubu, that person is not a sincere person. In the sense that Tinubu, for instance, the election that produced him was not free and fair. It was a broad day robbery, and it cannot stand unless they want to force it on people. That is the truth. Now, for some people coming here to say that Tinubu didn't win the election, that is the truth. For concerning Wike and the Makinde, you know, Wike is looking for a soft landing after all whatever he do with the River State money, the way he squandered River State money, whatever he did with, because Wike he really dealt with the finance of River State. So what he's trying to do now is in soft landing, where he will avoid the dungeon of the EFCC or investigation from the EFCC. That's exactly what Wike is doing for his own selfish interest. Wike, as a matter of fact, is claiming to be a political heavyweight in the River State, but at his stance, if at all the result that came out from the River State was what was uploaded, people will know that Wike is inconsequential. Peter Obi won River State with nothing less than 2 million votes. That is the truth. For instance, go to Obiakbo. What they uploaded in the IRA up to this moment is a total different thing from whatever they announced. So what they conducted some few months ago is not an election. It's an open rigging. And anybody calling for a hand of whatever, That person is not in his senses. Honest, that person is not sincere. And moreover, right now, what is playing now, you can see clearly in the last 8 years that Buhari sidelined the Igbos from his governance. Now, it seems that Tinubu wants to take after him, wants to toe that same line. Well, it's not a problem because Igbos they are people that they don't need the support or whatever to be in the government to survive. They are resilient. They are people that they are hardworking people. Okay. Now they are talking of the North has taken the vice president as it stands
Okay.
now. The West has taken the president. The senior president that should be the third man in government. If these people are sincere with themselves, if these people talk, if these people are people that reason and wants the unity of the country as they always profess, why can't they give this senior president to an Igbo man at least to pacify them for the moment and know the outcome of the court case? But the man, Tinubu himself, whom people claim that he's not a tribal man, that he employs Igbos in his cabinet, he's rooting for Godswill Akpabio to be the senior president against Orjus Okalo. Anyway, I like it that way because that will open the eyes of the people like Orjus Okalo and all the southeastern politicians that are rooting for this APC party. That will tell them some story. That will teach them some lessons. God bless you, Mr. Christian, and do have a lovely day ahead.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Odedechima. Yeah, we are sorting what how we are going to get everybody back on board. For now, till Monday, we are going to suspend the program for now. We are closing till Monday for another exciting edition of the program by Stan News. I'm Christian Chico. Thanks for watching. Please click on the like button and also subscribe to Flip TV so that we can get more reach to other people. Thanks for watching. God bless you. Bye for now.